And we're live from LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and actually, I'm gonna back up there because we had some technical difficulties earlier this morning. So actually, I'm not live on my Facebook, but we are on Erica's Facebook.
Sweet, that works.
And we're on YouTube and Twitch and X and all of our regular channels. I apologize. We had some technical difficulties, but we are live for WinsDay Revenue Party, people. We've got hot topics, hot prizes, and our hot guests for you tonight. So let's get right into it. But first, I've got a few things to show you. I'll be sharing things on the show. Stop me if it becomes too much, but comment and let us know. Kixie, it's a new tool I've been using. It's a phone tool that'll help you with your power dialing in high level or any other tool. But I use them in high level, and it's for texting too. It's awesome. Check it out. Tonight's recording is on StreamYard, and the technical difficulties were not due to StreamYard. It was just due to some dates, like human error, my fault. And so where's everyone watching from? Yes, that's a good question. Where is everyone watching from? Tune in and let us know. Hey, Jenna, there we are. I'm sorry, Queen. I had some issues. That's never happened before, and I was a little frantic. I'm kind of sweating right now because of it. And then Cherry Assistant, if you're looking for a VA to help you level up your work. So basically what I mean by that is if you find that you are busy, working on all of these tasks and not getting ahead. And someone just joined the backstage and I don't know who they are. So that's really weird, Bobby. I don't know who you are, but I'm going to ban you from the studio. Kick guest. That's never happened either. That's weird. Okay. So Cherry Assistant and high level is my everything tool. I built my website on there. It's my CRM, it's my email tool, it's my everything tool. And it's affordable for a small business owner like me. And it's actually more robust than some of the big SaaS tools I was using when I was a CMO. So check out high level. This is a special 30-day free trial. Otherwise, they have a 14-day free trial. But if you sign up with my affiliate link, send me an email and I'll, sit down with you and make sure that everything is clear for you because it's in my benefit to help you succeed because I would get recurring affiliate credit for you being a customer. And we have a newsletter, and it's growing. It's above, I think, 1,500 now, really fast. I mean, it was at 700 for a really long time, but in just the last month, it's jumped up. And I think it's due to all the people coming to the show, and all of you putting your emails in when you're registering. I appreciate that. But if you're not registered, head on over to reveting.com. You'll get a pop-up to sign up for the newsletter. But we have some hot prizes tonight. So if you would like to enter to win prizes anytime tonight, start tagging to win. Hi, Jenna. Where is everyone? I think we scared them away by being a little late. If you're just tuning in, let us know in the comments, where are you tuning in from? I'm here in Ohio. But if you put high level in the comments, you'll be entering to win this swag pack. So you get 2 shirts, water bottle, and a hat. If you put Cherry Assistant, you'll be entering to win, and you got to tag them. That's why the @ sign is there. So tag them in the comments to enter to win 10 free hours with a virtual assistant with Cherry Assistant. And they are freaking awesome. Oh, you're the best, Jenna. Thank you so much. I'm sweating because I kind of panicked. I'm not going to lie, but I couldn't click the live button. That's never happened. Okay, so prize 3, #AI will win you 10 free blogs from the Open Draft, which is not just an AI tool, but it's going to SEO optimize your blogs and write them for you, but SEO optimize them with your long tail keywords, your short keywords. It does all of that. It's really good. It's way better than like a ChatGPT blog. Way better. And #cold call will get you this awesome headset, free wireless headset from Headset Advisor. It's noise canceling. Like, you're going to love this. And #email. If you don't have lavender, I feel like everyone here already has lavender. They're very popular, but lavender is a Chrome extension, and I use it in my Gmail to basically test. It'll tell me like if my tonality is off, if I'm not concise enough. It's really awesome. Like, mine as well, just enter to win to try it. Hey, Tom, high level. #marketing will get you 1 month free with the Taking Up Space program. And #marketing for that. I'm getting distracted here. #revenue will be our guest prizes. So I'm going to let them explain that at the end of the show. But you're going to want to start putting in #revenue to enter to win the Quest to Quota Attainment in 2024 from Elizabeth Italiano. And I'm going to let her explain this at the end of the episode. And then also a $100 gift card to Erica's company, Optics. And so it's actually Blue Optics, I believe. I'm saying it incorrectly, but I see the word optics right there standing out. So if you're putting in revenue, you are going to get a $100 gift card for her company. And they do recycled. Well, I shouldn't say it's recycled because they're not recycled. It's eco-friendly, I'll say. I'll let her correct me later. Eco-friendly contact lenses. And she's just awesome for doing that, because let's be real, we need to clean up our environment, right? But without going into the intro any longer, because it's already 9:17, let's bring our guests in here. Welcome to the show, Erica and Elizabeth. And thank you both for dealing with all of those technical difficulties with me.
I live this world every day with tech, so I totally understand.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I'm going to get right into it. And I am going to ask all of you, both of you, to share your full life story. Like, we want to know the real human stuff, right? Like, that's how people are going to remember you. Like, what did your parents used to call you when you were a 3-year-old? Like, whatever the fun stuff is, because we'll be hearing all of your knowledge on sales and marketing here in a second. But if we were to humanize you and hear your full life story in 2 minutes, what would that sound like? And we'll start with you, Elizabeth.
Okay, 2 minutes. Well, I grew up in the east coast of Canada. I'm an island girl, grew up in Cape Breton Island. And I was a very competitive Highland dancer growing up. And that actually got me introduced to sales. This is where I really started my sales career. I kind of jokingly say that, but it's the truth. When we would be competing all over the world, we would be doing these fundraisers. And the first time I started selling, I was 8 years old. I was selling chocolate bars, saran wraps, tickets, you name it. I was selling it. And And I always wanted to be the first to sell out of everything. And then I would go help the other girls in the dance school finish selling what they had to sell. So I got hooked into sales very early on. And then with my dancing career, I actually started to use that to make my own money when I was 9 years old. So I have been making my own money since I was 9. I would take my dance gear, go out to cruise ships, tourists, hot spots, do some Highland dancing, some history lessons. So I would start out dancing. People would give me a few coins here and there. Then I'd stop, speak a little Gaelic, do some upselling. So then that, I think, just showed me that, sales and customer success, that's where I was meant to be. So that was my childhood. And then I grew up, and when I had to retire from dancing, I became a competitive runner. And you can probably pick up a little bit of a theme of competition and being active. And but eventually I had to grow up, and I went to university, and I took accounting. And I did that for a little while at a university. I was a tax remittance specialist for a while. And my gosh, it was so boring. A great career, but just not for me. Left that, went into tech, and now here I am.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here. And you did that right at 2 seconds, 2 minutes. So great job. And I love dance. I did dance as well. And I can totally relate to like the competition thing because I played softball. I was like all about it. And that's kind of manifested now into sales and marketing, but
Yeah.
I digress. Erica, how about you? Can you tell us your life story in 2 minutes?
Yes, I'd love to. So I have always been really passionate about the environment. I was a super shy kid, like the shyest kid you can imagine. But in 5th grade, we had an Earth Day trivia competition. It was 200 questions. I made my mom stay up all night with me learning all of these questions, and I ended up winning the competition. When I tell you I was the shyest kid, it was a huge deal for me to get up on stage, but I was just so passionate about doing something for the environment, and it's always something that's followed me. And then when I started growing up, I started playing sports. I was also in dance. So funny, we all did that. And lacrosse and competitive cheer. So I had to switch over from glasses to contacts at some point. And I've been wearing them since I was in middle school. So I'm very familiar with the space. And honestly, how much of a drag it can be to buy contact lenses. It's not a product we usually connect with. The customer journey is really boring sometimes. So I went into business school in college and was still really passionate about the environment, had been wearing contacts forever. One day I'm getting ready for class. I'm putting in a pair of contact lenses, throw away the excess trash, plastic packaging from them. And I'm like, wait a second. I've thrown away probably thousands of these packages. So have most of my friends. There's got to be someone who's doing something about this. This is so much plastic waste. And there was no one doing anything about it. So I decided I want to be that person. I entered it into a university competition. And after many, many tries, my senior year, I won 2nd place, and just it gave me the fire under my belly that I needed to put Blue Planet Optics out there and help save the environment a little bit at a time with contact lenses so people can help the planet with the way that they see the world.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And it's crazy how like your 5th grade teacher or whoever that adult was like had that impact on you. That is
seriously. Yeah. You never know, and here we are today. If you told me I would be doing a LinkedIn Live in 5th grade, I never would have believed you. So it's crazy to see how much we can grow for sure.
Oh my gosh. And I did just realize, I think all of this mistake was my fault. And like, well, the dates were incorrect, but I got confused. But anyway, I digress. We're on the event technically on LinkedIn for next week. So all 300 people did not get a notification that we went live. So I apologize for that. But it is what it is. And we are live. It's still at the top of the page because it takes over the whole LinkedIn page. But anyway, tech is tech, right, Elizabeth?
Yeah. Don't get me started.
I do want to get you started on personalization.
Okay.
So misalignment affects personalization and messaging is our first topic. And I know just seeing your comments this week on the different posts, you have a lot to say about fake personalization. So, what is fake personalization?
Fake personalization has become one of my absolute pet peeves right now that seems to be rampant in tech. And what I mean by fake personalization is going onto my LinkedIn and seeing that I went to a certain university, that I worked at a certain company, and name dropping that in a LinkedIn message or an email, and then following up with the pitch slap and not really getting to know me or understand maybe what my problems are. And as a consultant, I work with literally hundreds of reps. I see thousands of emails, listen to a lot of phone calls with different cold calling, and it's a really big pervasive problem in the industry that reps are going in with this fake personalization, which is like just scraping something from LinkedIn. And then even worse, what's happening now is that there's these, AI tech tools that are scraping our information. And like I'm getting, emails and LinkedIn messages referencing my impressive accounting background, which was like over a decade ago and 3 years. So, some AI just went through, scraped my LinkedIn, and then they sent me a cold email or LinkedIn pitch. And you might as well literally say to me, "Hey Liz, we both breathe air. You want to buy something?" Like, the superficial level of personalization is just not cutting it. And it's getting worse instead of better because of AI. I am huge. I am pro AI. I use ChatGPT. So I'm not like slamming AI by any means, but the way that some companies are using it and the way it's now being incorporated is making it worse. It's now, I'm going to do fake personalization at an even more rapid pace. And this is symptomatic of a few things. A lot of companies do not have their ICP, so their ideal customer profile defined. If they do have an ICP, it's generally pretty high level and not detailed enough, and doesn't go into the persona level. So, I'm kind of, crapping on reps a little bit for this fake personalization, but the industry as a whole has set reps up to fail at this and haven't given the training, the coaching, the tools. So if a company doesn't have their ICP and persona defined, then they're not setting and equipping their reps up to personalize properly.
Absolutely. You're so right. It's like
Totally.
the old ways are still affecting, like they're still creeping in on the new ways. And it's like, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's so hard that sometimes I feel like with sales, I'd rather just bring in brand new people out of college sometime, because some of those bad habits are so hard to get rid of.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they really are. And it comes down to coaching though. So, when you think about, okay, at a company level, you want to define the ICP and your persona level, but coaching reps to be able to do hypothesis development, to build problem statements so that they can actually send emails and LinkedIn and engage on communities in a way that's going to be really applicable to the recipient. And that's where, the big delta is.
Mm. What do you see, Erica, like on the B2C side with personalization?
I think it really jumped out at me when you were talking about the LinkedIn messaging. I think people can just tell really fast. Like if you're bulk messaging, if you're sending them the same message, especially in our case, there's a lot of places people can buy contact lenses. There's a lot of different methods. People can buy them from Costco, or they can go to another e-commerce site. So a big ticket for buying B2C with us is our mission, our give back. You're supporting me and other members of my team. But I think people can just tell so fast. And I can tell when I sent the email. I started out with a lot of like bulk templates and things like that. And then once I switched over to sending an individual email, it's crazy the retention, the shares, and all that kind of stuff. How quickly we can tell now whether someone took the time to personalize, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
And like personalization and relevance, like,
Yeah.
they go.
Yes. And that I'm glad that you said that, because that's the other thing, and we talk about this in our course quite a bit, is that it has to be relevant. And so when you actually, learn your ICP, learn your persona, what their problems are today versus, where they would like to be in the future in terms of results and goals, and then making your hypothesis problem statement and your engagement relevant to that. So, and that's whether it's sales or customer success. And even customer success forgets about the relevancy. And when I'm coaching them, I'm often reminding them, okay, no, but you still need to engage in a way that as your client evolves, you need to stay relevant to their evolving problems and their evolving business. It's not just for the prospecting. But again, if we don't know how to personalize, if we don't know the ICP persona level, it gets hard to do that at scale, because reps don't build the pattern recognition as well. So that's another thing about personalization and ICP development and persona development, is you get that pattern recognition, and that scales. That is what scales quality, I should say. It scales quality.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think in college, we were always taught to basically make the target customer beforehand. To basically say, Elizabeth, this age group, these typical buying patterns, that kind of thing, and just guess, and then market towards the 5 target personas you came up with, right? But then something I feel like I've learned so much from TikTok actually is those, people can post a video where they reply to a previous comment. I feel like I've learned so many customer pain points from seeing my own comments and then other companies similar to ours comments. And it shows people's updated relevant pain points so much more quickly now, which makes relevance trickier for sure. But also it's easier to meet people where they're at, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we could probably talk about personalization and relevance all night, but I'm going to move us into our second topic. So switching gears a little bit into e-commerce. So Erica, you are working B2C and you're selling, what's the right word? Eco-friendly contact lenses?
Yeah. Eco-friendly contact lenses. You got it.
Yes.
Yeah. So we sell the contact lenses that you would see. If you wear contact lenses, you'll be able to find them on our website. We sell all the big brands. But the difference, the eco-friendly part, is we will take back your plastic packaging when you're done with it, because it's really, really high quality plastic that can be upcycled at least one more time. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. But
you full screen. Can you talk to us a little bit about how are you using e-commerce to sell your contacts?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I think we have just been really, really focused on user experience, user design. We are investing heavily right now in that, working with people to update our website just to make it as easy as possible for people to purchase from us. And then on the latter end, keeping up with retention marketing and making sure people feel like we are helping them order their contacts and then helping them stay with us after, getting their updated prescription, helping them with their updated prescription if they need it, helping them figure out how to order. The e-commerce online contact lens space is a little bit new. A lot of people are used to just getting them at their optometrist office, and the optometrist ships them to their house. So there's a little bit of a user experience hurdle sometimes, as people need to upload their prescription to our website. And it can be a little tricky sometimes, especially your first time. So just figuring out how to make that as easy of an experience as possible for everyone. But otherwise, I think just growing an e-commerce brand, it's a day-to-day learning lesson for sure.
Definitely. So Elizabeth, do you have any experience with e-com?
A bit, certainly not as much as Erica, but I have a bit, and some of what she was saying at the tail end really resonates, because one of my clients that I worked with, it was all about, okay, we need to be the easiest to do business with.
Yeah.
And every step of the way be very easy to do business with. And I've taken that now into the B2B world that I mostly live in, because at the end of the day, it's like, where are the friction points? And then something you said, Erica, as well, you called it retention marketing. I love that. And I think there's a lot that we could learn in B2B from B2C.
Mm.
I think in the B2B industry, we would call that probably customer marketing, which is a little too nebulous. And then so sometimes the customer marketing is basically like, hey, customer, buy these more things, buy these more things,
Sure, yeah.
buy this, buy that.
For sure, that's what it feels like sometimes.
And then
Yeah.
they unsubscribe, and those are the meaningful ones. But the retention marketing, I love that. I'm gonna borrow that.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I want to communicate to people, like I'm literally celebrating every order that comes in, right? And I get to see it, and we're a small business. So I want them to feel like I'm grateful for them purchasing from us when they could have purchased from someone else. And that a big part of our brand is that we are a mission-oriented social impact brand. So we donate to an eye care procedure for someone in need with every box we sell. So also communicating, like, something I learned when I donated blood from the Red Cross, I got an email that my blood was being used in Missouri. And that to me, it was like, oh, I actually got to feel my impact from me showing up at 6:30 a.m. to a blood bank, So I want people to feel that their contacts actually made a difference, even though there's something they have to buy, kind of thing.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's such an interesting model these days that sort of like taking social issues and like merging it into a business.
Yeah.
I think of the Tom's shoes. They did it so well.
They did. They really did. I look up to them so much. I feel like they really paved the way for a lot of brands, or even just the idea of buy one, give one. I feel like that wasn't necessarily a huge thing, or maybe it wasn't marketed as heavily for sure. So really cool.
So I had an idea. You guys can turn me down if you want, but I was thinking, so after the second topic, I would typically go in, and I still will play the commercials. I have three ads to play, but maybe during the ads, we could go into the original LinkedIn Live, so the 300 people get the notification, at least for the second two topics.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let me make sure I get the right link, and I'm going to put it in the private chat during our ads. I think it's actually in the calendar invite. It was the correct one from the calendar invite.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
And I'll play the ads here, but everyone, if you want to go meet us over on the original link, which is on the top of the Reveting page, we'll be... Ooh, I should think about this for a second, though, because is it going to let me edit it? I don't know. Maybe we should stay here. Bombas socks. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Bombas. They're awesome.
They are awesome.
I think they had a Super Bowl commercial this year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, really cool.
Actually, I can't do that because it's going to mess up the prize giveaway. So I apologize. It was a good idea and a good thought, but it's not going to work. So on that note, I'm going to give us a quick break so we can all grab a quick drink of water, but definitely pay attention to these ads, and I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you right after these messages. I was able to bring in $4,000 in 1 month as a sponsored affiliate. Let me tell you how. I stopped focusing on product and features and started focusing on value. I was throwing masterclasses and events, and now I'm doing a retreat. Events have really been something I have focused in on. I created a funnel, and my funnel is what helps get people to show up, not just to my event, but to other people's events as well. Just imagine this. You registered for a masterclass, it's free, it's in 1 month, and you are totally excited to go. Fast forward 30 days, and you already forgot that masterclass is happening. This is where your funnel comes in. You have to constantly be reminding people once they register for your event, and you need that funnel to be in line with the event date so that you can plan ahead and have text messages, emails, and communication going out to your attendees so they know what to bring, when to bring it, and what they need to do to show up and be successful at your event. That is the value I've gotten out of High Level for using their robust funnels. So what are you waiting for? Head over to reveting.com, reach out to me. An email is jessie@reveting.com, or you can go into LinkedIn, send me a DM, and let's get your event popping.
Can I take these emails? emails. Wait, I need to write the script. Oh my god, I forgot to schedule all my content last week.
I know the chaos of running a one-person business can feel too much sometimes. Cherry Assistant has become my secret weapon to success. Having an actual niche assistant has been so game-changing. But since bringing on one of their virtual assistants, they have been handling all my nitty-gritty tasks, from DMing people on my socials to following up with leads, even doing the cold outreach for me. Plus, to help with all the tedious admin tasks like managing emails, scheduling appointments, reminding me of appointments. Just imagine the time that you're going to have when you have an actual niche virtual assistant helping you with all these things. So with Cherry Assistant, you're never going to have to worry about the little things again. You get on a call with them. That way they can actually gauge your business needs and they're going to help you fill the gaps. If you go to cherrysystem.com, you can get on a call with one of them and they're going to help you find your person. Now you can actually finally free up some time to focus on building your empire.
All right. Well, thank you so much for paying attention to those ads. Sorry, we can't hop over to the other one, but I do need to remind people to enter to win prizes. I was just going through to see how many everyone has entered, and we've got, I put it in the comments, like 1 on prize 5. There's 0 on prize 7, and that is the guest prize. So I want to stop and take a moment. And could you both tell everyone what they'll be getting if they win, if they enter #revenue? And y'all, while they're telling you about their prize, please put in #revenue to enter to win. Elizabeth, so if they win your prize, what will they be getting?
They will be getting free access to our Quest to Quota Attainment course. So this course was built specifically for modern revenue and sales teams. So keeping in mind sales and now customer success often has a revenue target and account management. And one of our goals is to really help reps with personalization. So avoiding the really lame, hey, I saw you went to this university, and how to build hypothesis statements, how to manage opportunities. And it's really about focusing on buyer enablement. So getting away from the really bad buyer experiences that we see today, and how to enable our buyers to buy, get over things like status quo, no decisions, and things of that nature. So you will be getting access to that course.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that with the audience. And we're already getting some people entering on #revenue. And Erica, if they win on #revenue, what will they be getting from you?
Yeah, so I saw a couple people in the chat saying they wear contacts or they're looking forward to the contacts. So you'll get a $100 gift card from us, which could cover your whole order of contact lenses, some solution, maybe a case. So $100 gift card to anything on our site.
That is so nice. Thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate that. And now I'm still seeing 0 entries on revenue. How is that possible?
I see a couple chat, but
I think that this thing just didn't pick it up. So let's see. Well, it might have to draw it out of a hat if we have to. Or everybody who re-entered. So let's see, we're all just here. There was 0 a second ago. So Emma, Elizabeth, if you could all put #revenue one more time, that will be really helpful. I thought I saw a few more coming in. Was it just Emma and Elizabeth? So get those contacts and get that course. Come on, I want that course. That sounds awesome. Okay, so I digress. I'm going to go ahead and get us into topic 3, discovery framework, causes and issues of inaccuracy. Could you kick us off, Elizabeth?
Yes, I would love to. And this is actually something that we cover quite a bit in the course as well. So, what we've seen in the industry is there has been a very seller-centric framework that has been created, and SaaS in particular has treated the selling process as very linear. And one of the causes of that is that companies and leaders have taken qualification frameworks like MEDIC, BANT, SPIN. These are all great frameworks for an internal qualification sort of standard. But what's happened is people will roll out MEDIC, and now that becomes the discovery framework. And, MEDIC originally was created out of a win-loss analysis. It was not created to engage at all with buyers and clients. And so what we see now that's happening is that you have sales reps and now, CS that are running sales, and to some extent going in, and the discovery framework becomes an interrogation, because we're rapid firing MEDIC questions at people. And we're also leading the witness a bit. So what's happening is we're asking these questions to qualify with our MEDIC or insert other framework that we have in place. And we say that we have a qualified lead and a qualified opportunity because we have our MEDIC or insert other framework, but the buyer isn't even close to buying, or it's not really qualified because there's no priority, or there could be various reasons, whether it's fit, priority, whatever the case may be. And so reps are now rushing through their MEDIC checklist, and the result is inflated pipeline. Then we see deals stall. And so now companies and sales leaders will say, oh, my sales team has a closing problem, or they don't know how to negotiate. I'm like, no, you actually have a discovery problem. These deals should never have made it into your pipeline. And so I love discovery frameworks, and I think MEDIC is great as an internal deal inspection and qualification sort of exit criteria tool, but it's not how we should be engaging with buyers or customers to any extent. The results are not good, and there's a reason why now buyers are avoiding sellers.
Buyers are avoiding sellers.
Yeah, that stood out to me too. Definitely. Yeah.
Go ahead, Erica. Did something resonate with you on that?
No, for sure. I just kind of dread opening my LinkedIn messages sometimes because I know I'm just going to get a random. If you have CEO, if you have founder, if you have anything like that, I'm sure if you have anything, you get tons of LinkedIn messages. So yeah, I love seeing when someone actually took the time that I could partner with them. Like when Jessie slid into my LinkedIn messages, I knew she was there for a reason. So absolutely. It's so important. It's so important, especially with the amount we get now, for sure.
Yeah. People like to buy, but they don't want to be sold to, right?
Exactly. And it's And it's about guiding them through their decision process, guiding them through their evaluation. And, a lot of deals get lost because of status quo, no decision. And it's because we didn't do a good enough job guiding them and doing the discovery. So, I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't particularly like when I'm on the receiving end of what's your decision process? Does procurement get involved? Is there a legal review? Like, okay, who is this about, me or you?
No, seriously. Yeah. And it kind of makes you freeze too. It's like when someone asks you to describe yourself, sometimes you're like, I don't know. I don't know why I decided to buy this or all the decisions. It kind of just has to happen naturally, I think. Or it has to be guided. Like you said, you need to walk with someone to make it happen authentically, for sure.
Yeah. And people buy with their emotions. Like we use our limbic part of our brain, and that is all about emotions. And our limbic part of the brain doesn't understand words. It only understands feelings. So it doesn't even matter what you're saying. It's about how you're making them feel. Yeah. I digress. Let's get into this fourth topic. So targeting the right audience. So I don't know if Carrie is here. She's the one saying she was really wanting to get into this niche marketing topic. But could you kick us off on niche marketing topic? Because I'm guessing you have a very niche market.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think it's been a journey. I think when I started talking about contact lenses, I came in very informatively, product highlights, talking about eye conditions, and all that stuff is really, really important. But it's not exactly the sexiest, most fun thing to talk about. I kind of had to take a page out of tampon marketing, is kind of something that I look at. It's like, it's such a niche market, right? Only a certain percentage of the population is using them, but we can still make it fun to talk about. We bring in a celebrity, we talk about mutual experiences, bringing the audience in to join in the party, to join into your company in a way. And so it makes them excited to buy something they otherwise don't really like to think twice about. And they're like, oh, I have to buy this. So yeah, I think in today's day and age, people love to be in the behind the scenes. I think a lot of successful companies on social media just take you in their day to day, show them your dog, like Elizabeth is doing for us. People want to see the behind the scenes. They want to support the people. They want to support the team. So I'm trying to do that as much as possible and just show that people purchasing from us is purchasing from us, and that they're actually supporting a small business, and they get to be there with us through the highs and lows, because I think it's interesting too, just seeing the behind the scenes of a startup and those midnight meetings, the midnight emails and product fulfillment, and just all the not fun stuff is fun for people to see on social media. So just learning to target your target audience with things that might not have to do anything with your product, for sure.
Yeah. Values over features.
Lola. Yeah, exactly. Values over features. I love that. That's such a good way to summarize it.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Have you ever had to work with a niche market, Elizabeth?
Yeah, I've had some clients that were in very specific verticals. And in my experience, though, that tended to be very specific niche markets, but very high ACV. So we're talking enterprise and, 12
Yeah.
to 18-month sales cycles. So that's more my niche. I would say the e-commerce client that I talked about earlier, they were a little bit niche. It was kind of corporate gifting. I don't know, maybe that isn't niche, but it was a pretty specific target that they had.
I feel like it is, because it's going to be a business, and then it's going to be a particular kind of business that has like probably a sales team or something that is going to do the gifting, and then they have to have the funding to be able to do it.
That's true.
I feel like that's a pretty niche market. But
Yeah.
so like when you guys are dealing with these niche markets, and anyone in the audience too, I want to hear from you. Like, anyone in the audience dealt with a niche market? I know Carrie was dealing with, they're selling oil in Boston, and it's just for like houses that are like older that still require oil to run like their heat and stuff. So it's a very niche market. But in Boston, there's a lot of old homes that are still running that way. But it's just so interesting. So yeah, I would love to know, anyone in the audience that is working with a niche market, what are you like, how do you go about it? And then Erica, I'll turn it back to you. Like, when you're trying to figure out your TAM, your total addressable market, like, how do you go about doing that?
Totally. I think something that I've really picked up, the first time I pitched to investors, it was in college. I pitched to a table of angel investors at the San Diego Angel Conference. That's where I went to school. And they were like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this, because I put it up on the screen, 1 in 6 people wear contact lenses. In their mind, they're like, oh, 16%. That's such a small TAM. That's such a small target addressable market. But in my mind, it's like, if we get that niche market in, we're answering people's very specific questions. We're bonding over people's experiences, love or hate with contact lenses. Those are the kind of things that people send to each other. Those are the kind of things like, oh, I know you wear contact lenses. Check out this brand. You might like them. Moms do it all the time, right? With baby products or things they think that can help each other's kids, even if it doesn't help their family individually. So I think the target addressable market is actually bigger than just 16% of people, which is still a pretty big one. But yeah, I think that's something I've learned for sure.
Yeah, no, that's a really good lesson.
Yeah.
How about you, Elizabeth? Like when you're working with those enterprise companies, how do you go about identifying this? There's so few.
Well, one of the things is that there tends to be pretty tight-knit communities when there's a niche market. Like one example was like a shipping container logistics software company. Like there's not many of those.
That's so niche. Yeah.
But it's, there's a very tight knit community, and that means you have to, one, have a really stellar reputation, because if you do wrong, do bad, have a bad product, it goes around the industry really quickly. But then on the other hand, if you become known as like kind of the source in the industry, then that can be super helpful. And the other thing is when you're in these niches, and I think this is something that companies outside of niche marketing could learn from, is you become a very deep industry expertise. Or expert, and you know your ICP and you know your persona really well, so you can personalize every step of the way. So I think that there's some plays and some things from niche marketing that other businesses that work outside could benefit from. I think that's one of the downsides of any company that has like a horizontal market, is it becomes harder to personalize because you're going after such a wider base. Maybe your TAM is larger, but it becomes harder to really, target and resonate with certain groups. And, unless you have a great marketing team.
Yeah. I feel like with that niche market, if I were you in your shoes and like the sales, like trying to help with sales, like that would be kind of nerve-wracking to me, because I feel like you only have so many people to go after. So like if you screw this up, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, no, it is. It's high stakes, and there was another one. It was a financial and industry, like a fintech, but theirs again was very niche, and it was high stakes. And I'll be honest, like it was a lot of pressure on me. I'm like, well, I can't screw this up because this is like the ramifications are pretty big. But since I was 8 years old selling chocolate bars, I'm up for a challenge. So
That's awesome. Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. And I have to jump to the guru of the week. Okay, I sing that every week. I don't know why tonight it doesn't feel authentic singing it. I'm gonna be real. I don't know if it's my nerves and I don't normally have nerves. I think it was just like the flusteredness of when like I went to click live and it wouldn't go live. And I'm like,
oh man, well, we're sharing for sure.
Literally. But you both submitted a guru of the week. It's someone you think walks the walk and talks the talk on LinkedIn. So I'm going to do a little drum roll and I'm going to pull their faces up here on the screen. And could you both tell us about your guru of the week and why you chose them? Who wants to start?
I'll go, I guess. So I chose Gal Aga. He's the CEO of a company called Aligned, and him and his company, they're disrupting, at least I think they're disrupting how companies are doing sales. And he talks a lot about buyer enablement, which is a lot of what our course is about, is buyer enablement and how do we improve the buyer experience. And he has great experience. When you read his posts, it's not pontificating, which I cannot stand. It's one of my pet peeves. It's actionable. It's rooted in his experience. His posts are wonderful.
Sweet.
Yeah. He's with House of Aligned, right? Or Aligned, I guess.
Aligned, yeah.
We had the House of Aligned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're awesome. So everyone, if you're not following Gail, go search him on LinkedIn right now and follow him. I would agree. I've been watching his content as well, and their whole team is doing some really awesome stuff.
Yeah.
But then there's Jolene. Could you tell us, Erica, why should we all go follow Jolene?
For sure. I went to school with Jolene. She's a little bit older than me, but she started basically Etsy with a super, super high impact on social justice, social impact. So every product that they sell on her marketplace, we sell some of our products there. Every company has to give back to an organization through every product they sell. So we give back to eye care procedures. Other companies do environmental things, anything you want to choose. You just have to give back. So one reason I love Jolene is she is always in my personal life chatting with her, but also on LinkedIn. She's just like a local, connecting with the local groups, local community, like a superhero in it. She's just amazing at putting stuff out there. San Diego is huge, but people know Jolene because she's just great at connecting with her local community, even though her business is online. So I think I've just learned so much from her about how to appeal to your local market in big ways and small ways is what I would definitely recommend following Jolene for.
That's amazing. Yeah. Wow. Y'all are doing some really impressive work. Like, I love the whole like push to give back. It's really awesome. Thank you for doing that, Erica. Yeah, it is. And I feel like that's going to become more common, you know, because we're seeing it more and more. Yeah. So you're in the front of it. You know, obviously we had like Tom's and stuff leading the way. I don't know who came before that, but it's just really interesting. But now we have to give away prizes. So who's going to win the prizes? Let's see. Gail Aga, love aligned. Congrats. Yes, Emma, I agree, Gail. And then could we tag Jolene in the comments just so she sees that, you know, we're talking about her too? I can do that here in a second. What was her last name? Let me pull that up.
Yeah, Mann, Mann.
Mann. Okay. And then we got to give away some prizes. So if you haven't started entering to win prizes, I'm giving them away now. So now is the time to start tagging to enter to win the prizes. Let me get the keywords up here one more time. I'm going to start at the top and give away the high level swag pack. So you still have time to put in hashtag marketing revenue, etc. And that was really funny. I saw in the comments earlier that Tom put hashtag cocktail and everyone's like, I didn't see that as an option. And he's like, oh, whoops, my bad. That was a typo. Yes, that's hilarious. It's not cocktail, it's cold call. So make sure you get the spelling correct because this tool, it won't pick it up. Like if you put cherry assistance, like it's not going to pick it up. It's like you got to have it exactly the same. Except the @ sign wouldn't be there on high level and cherry assistant because you're actually tagging them. So I'm going to go ahead and get us started with this giveaway. Let's give away this high level. Here we go. Who wants a swag pack? We've got 2 entries here, and it's either Tom or Jenna. Jenna, I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Tom, same with you. You just went to Atlanta. Jenna, you are the winner of the high level swag pack. Congratulations. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. If you, Jenna, I believe we have your information, but if anything has changed, actually, if you could fill it out our form, we'd like to collect your details so that, let me fix this here so we're not hiding. We'd like to collect your details so that we can get your shirt size because High Level will send you your exact shirt size that you're looking for. And let's go ahead and give away prize 2. So let's see. This one is out of order. So let me get it in order. Cherry Assistant. Oh, no entries on Cherry Assistant. Oh, just 1 entry on Cherry Assistant. So if someone else wants to enter before I'm over, I'll come back to it. Otherwise, we'll find that 1 entry in the comments and reach out to you. Let's go ahead and give away hashtag AI. So who wants open draft? It's either Emma or Tom. This kind really fast in Product Hunt. It's a really popular AI blog tool. And Tom, you deserve it. So we'll be reaching out to you, Tom. Congratulations for winning Open Draft. That's DJ Kim's tool. It is amazing. Let's go ahead and give away another prize. So Tom, I don't think any of your details changed, but if they did, just go to reveting.com/winner and give us your information. We'll connect you with the brands. Let's give away hashtag cocktail. Cold call. Tom, looks like you did effectively enter to win hashtag cold call. And we've got Emma and Tom in there. But Emma, you are the winner. Congratulations. I'm so glad that you're not having those data privacy issues anymore because LinkedIn has a privacy setting that if you don't check it, then I can't get the data into StreamYard for you to enter to win. Because people don't want you to share their data out of StreamYard. But let's give away marketing. So who wants to join my coaching program? Free for a month. We've got Tom, we've got Emma, we've got Jenna. Who's it going to be? Emma, congratulations. You are the winner of the Taking Up Space program. And I know your schedule is difficult. It's 10:30 to 11:30, 4 days a week. So you can feel free to re-gift it if it doesn't work for you. But of course, would love to have you if it does work. And let's see, is everyone still putting in hashtag revenue? Because we're about to give that one away here in just a second. And no one ever did else enter on hashtag cherry assistant. So I'm assuming no one needs 10 free hours of support. So I know, right? Hashtag revenue. Let's go for it. There was one entry on lavender too. So we'll search the comments on that. So this one's either going to Emma or Elizabeth. Who's it gonna be? She's swept. It always seems to happen like that. Like there's always one person who gets lucky each episode, it seems like. But congratulations, everyone who won. Let me make sure I gave away all the prizes. And there aren't any more that I forgot to run. No, they are all been given out. And with that, we're at the end of the show. So I would like to ask both of you, could you share really quick just a little spiel about, how you could help anyone in the audience, and then also how they can reach out to you if they would like your help. So we'll start with you, Erica.
Yeah, if you need any help ordering contact lenses, have a specific question about your contacts, eye care related, we can help you. Just send me an email, message me on LinkedIn, mention something about this live stream so I know that's where you came from, and we'll get you situated. We can help you order, anything like that, for sure.
Amazing. And how about you, Elizabeth?
Yeah, if anybody needs help with go-to-market strategy and revenue optimization, revenue generation, they can reach out to us. We work at the rep level through to the executive level. I'm really hands-on. I call myself an operational consultant. I don't just sit around a proverbial table and pontificate. So if you need some extra power, my team and I are really great for that. And the best way to reach me is either on LinkedIn or email me at elizabeth@wntdpartners.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much for coming on the show. And thank you for your graciousness for dealing with all the technical difficulties. You both just laughed through it with me. And I'm so glad I didn't have some guru on this episode with me who would have been judging and making me more panic, because you both just laughed it off with me. And that's what it's all about. So I really appreciate you.
Trust me, I empathize with tech issues.
Totally. And now when we share out the clips, there'll be lots of people who haven't seen them yet. So they can learn about us and then go back to the recording. Yeah. No, it'll be. Yeah.
Yes, this will be on podcast and it will be repurposed into short form videos. So you all can catch up on it if you missed it. But thank you both again so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. And thank you, audience, all for being here and for being patient and for searching. Y'all had to dig a little bit to find this since it didn't go out on the right link. So I appreciate you for finding the episode and tuning in with us. It was a lot of fun. And until next week, when we're bringing on, not them, but we're going to be bringing on, Sarah Schulting-Kranz, as well as Sherilyn Cassiano. So go check both of them out. Sherilyn, she's got a little bit of a finance background, and Sarah is our ultimate coach. So it's going to be a great episode next week. You are not going to want to miss it. But until then, I hope everybody has a great Wednesday, and be sure to go share your wins, because it's important that we do, right? We can't just always hide our wins. We've got to celebrate ourselves, and I celebrate all of you. So with that, I hope you all have a great rest of your week.